Namaste, blessings and greetings. It is Tigra. This is Sacred Sagittarius, Angels, Answers All. Thank you for joining me back as we start tapping into the mid-month updates and messages for Sagittarius for the month of September. This is for entertainment purposes only. These are general readings. Take what apply and let the rest fly because it might pertain to someone else in the community. This is free content here. Show your appreciation by sharing, liking, or subscribing. Cross watchers, I welcome you. Those from other countries, I welcome you. I welcome all of you with the positivity and light that I have within that I try to put here on this channel. Now, we're going to be tapping into the energies of the shadow work, things that we need to look kind of within, the things that we're running from, the things that we're kind of keeping in the closet, so to speak, the dark side of our life that we don't appreciate, but we don't really take the time to acknowledge and to work on only, right? We always want to look at the bright side of life and the light within us, which is beautiful. But sometimes we do have dark habits or things from our past that we don't deal with that kind of slows down the flow or makes it difficult for us to shine in our light and to be a light to others. So we're going to bow our heads as we cleanse the space. Just going to give the chimes a quick clear. Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing me and the community together of Sagittarius. We want to work on self. We want to work on the things that some of us know we might be suspect of, that is hindering our growth, that is not letting us be the light and the source of enlightenment to others as you would want us to be. What is the shadow work that we are running from? What is the dark side of us that we don't like or that we don't want to acknowledge that we need to fix and repair? May your light and the energies of all the angels and saints above be with us in this time and help us to do better and be better and to always work within so we can be a better person as we work out and go throughout this life. Okay, cards are blessed and prayed for before the reading as always, but I like to sometimes shuffle if I can. So this is your shadow work energetic message for the month of September. It's not a reading that I do always. Again, I go with the energetic flow and how I feel I'm guided. So I appreciate in your comments if you love this type of reading so I can put it more in the rotation. So they want me to go to 7 cards. Okay, so we have the 7 there. And let's just see what's at the bottom of the deck. I always like to see escapism, right? Isn't that a great way to kind of sum up what it is that we do when we don't want to do the inner work, when we want to run away from our problems or the bad habits or the things within us that we feel are not positive? Detach from daily struggles and relax, but don't use it as a form of avoidance, relaxation, and facing reality. So it's good to get away. Sometimes it's good to pretend, like life's troubles is not bringing you down, because we don't want to focus all the time on our troubles, right? We want to live positive and we want to do positive things too, but we can't run away from the negative energy as well. So try to detach from your daily struggles and the things that you know that are hurting you or that you need to work on, and find the time to relax, find the time to think and to contemplate and to work it out, right? But don't use this relaxation to the point that you totally avoid the issues that you need to deal with, right? It's like the person that's always going on vacation, the person that's always partying, drinking, adding more fuel to the fire than actually working on dimming the fire and what it is that's creating your need for you to be in this type of, escapism. What a tongue twister, right? Escapism. And with my can't even talk, with my oh my gosh, you know what I'm trying to say. I have a slight, I can't even think of the word right now. That's how it's escaping me. Accent. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. With my accent, sometimes it's hard to understand and then throw in these words. So escapism. So it's good to relax. It's good sometimes just to live in a fantasy world or get away from it all and not deal with the realities of life, but to a certain degree. Don't do it to the point that you are so far into the source, so far into, the fantasy of it all, that you forget the issue at hand. You forget the problems that you need to deal with. You forget that you have to do this shadow work. With the energy of self-sabotage, sometimes the problems or the blockages that we have in our life, we can't blame on others. Some of it we actually do to ourselves. And that's difficult because a lot of us don't want to own up to when we do things that hinder our development, or we do things that cause the chaos or the delays or the strife in our life. So procrastination, continuous negative self-talk, and your fear of failure can undermine your success. And if you tend to have those qualities, or you sometimes tap into those qualities, you need to acknowledge that those will take you away from the success that you're trying to go towards. It will do quite the opposite. So overcoming the resilience of having to be successful, or always wanting to be right, always trying to be perfect, when none of us are perfect. We have our faults. We're going to do things, whether willingly or unwillingly, to self-sabotage. But we've got to overcome all of this and deal with the realities of who we are and what each of us do or say to ourselves that is untrue, to fake our reality. Okay, we need to come to terms with our true self, both the pros and cons of our life and who we are. With the energy of unseen patterns, change your thoughts, Sagittarius, and you can change your life. It's those affirmations, right? I just posted an affirmation video, and affirmations are generally the energy of speaking positively into your life. Visualization, right? Creative visualization techniques is seeing and living your life in the way of how you want it to be. Before it actually materializes, you vision it, you dream it, you believe it so that it actually manifests. So we have to look into these unseen patterns and change our thoughts, because maybe our thoughts are not aligning with where we want to be in life. Are you taking the time to see, are your thoughts pure? Or your thoughts honest? Are your thoughts realistic? So sometimes we need to take a chill pill to step back, look into our life, look into our soul, our spirit, our desires, and especially our beliefs, and reprogram some of the negative chatter and negative patterns that we're following that is not taking us towards our destiny. With the energy of feathered omens, even the sweetest birds harbor fierce intentions. Yes, you can be a beautiful soul. Like I said, we can walk with all the light within us that we want to give to ourselves and to others. But in each of us, there is sometimes, and many times, that energy of self-deceit, or we're living in an illusion, or we're holding on to secrets that are tormenting us and really hurting us down deep. Even though you walk with a smile on your face, to the world, inside and at your bed at night, you're crying buckets of tears. So yes, you can be the sweetest person on the planet and have really great intentions, right? And you're showing everyone your beautiful flowers and wings, right? And all this angelic energy. But if you know within you there's that dark stuff, right? That negative energy, those toxic thoughts, the pain from childhood traumas or adult traumas, you need to get past that and work on that so you can be your authentic self 100% through and through. Don't think just because you're good this way that you can't have negativity the other. We're all imperfect, and we're just living through this imperfection, trying to make it right and to get it right. Self-reflection. Do you take the time to self-reflect when you know, or when you feel that something is underlying, or the undercurrent of your feelings and emotions are troubled because of a particular situation or a person or an activity that you're partaking in that maybe you shouldn't be? Look inward, Sagittarius. It helps you to see what and how you need to improve to make better choices. Sometimes because of our fiery spirit, we just run and go, and then we think later. And then we're like, Urkel, oh, did I do that? Maybe if we take our time, tap into that temperance and patience energy, and see things for what they are and people for what they are instead of what we want them to be, we will make better choices. So part of doing that inner work is to work on your awareness and improve yourself of actually accepting things for what they are and not necessarily always living in a dream state and thinking everything is rose-colored glasses when it's not. Limiting your beliefs. Sometimes you become what you believe. So again, if you don't speak positivity into your life, if you're not generating positive energy, you're not living a positive life, you're doing toxic things, you're around negative and toxic and mean people, you become who you surround yourself with. You become what you believe. And if you limit your beliefs that you can be better and do better, if you limit your beliefs that you can't heal and become ultimately the person that God destined you to be, then you will be stuck in the rut that you're in. You will have the toxic people around you. You will live and accept the toxicity instead of doing the self-work and knowing that you are greater than all this negativity that is in your life or the doubts that you put in your life. It's all about your mindset and your self-realization. Taking the time to do that homework and study on yourself. We all know when we're going left in our life. It's when we need to realize to look in the mirror and say, hey, I need to stop. This is too much. I'm going too far. This isn't working out. If I continue in this path, this is going to happen. So we all need to be honest with ourselves about ourselves. And then finally, with the energy of soul mirrors, dealing with an open heart and healing union, others reflect your own relationship with yourself. The soul mirror. Sometimes we do attach ourselves or we hang around people or we find ourselves aligning and walking the path along with others because that's how we feel we are down deep. So it's all about self-analysis, self-growth, self-approval, and self-acknowledgement. It's okay to admit to yourself you're being bad or you're doing wrong or you're not being authentic to what you really want to do, that you're just playing a role or you're being a follower instead of a leader. When you take the time to work within and to talk to yourself and to tap into your spirituality and your intuitive gifts, not only do you heal yourself and help yourself to grow and to become who you are destined to be, but you help yourself to be a teacher, a light to others. And that is a calling for many Sagittarius for us to be a light, to be a love and guidance to others. Let's close out with a card with the tarot. Angels, what else that we can work on or what could be blocking our ability to do the shadow work that we need to do within? Strength. Some of us just don't have the strength, or we need to build up the strength. It takes a lot of strength to admit to yourself that you're just not happy with yourself. And it has nothing to do with Jane, Tom, Dick, or Barbara or Sue or anybody else. It has to do with you, Sagittarius, how you love yourself, how you feel about yourself, the things that you give yourself or deny yourself. It takes strength to really admit to yourself your wrongdoings, to admit to yourself that you need correction or that you need healing, to admit to yourself that you're not happy. We all play a facade sometimes of pretending that we're happy, pretending that we're this, when really we are crying out inside for pain and we want someone to listen. But no one can help us, no one can heal us, no one can be there for us if we don't have the strength to admit it to ourselves. So I pray that this message of shadow work for this month of September can tap into some of you. It might wake some of you up that, hey, yeah, I've been doing a lot of things and I've been living my life really kind of crazy because I'm running away from the truth of the hurt and the pain that I have inside. I'm running away from things that I know I need to address because it's easier to run away than to tap into the strength that I know I have if I try and find it, and to conquer and get past whatever it is that is slowing me down, whatever it is that I'm still holding on to, that is not for my greater good. So let's tap into our strength this next few weeks of September so we can be strong in the month of October as we go into the fall season, and just be a brighter and better person for the opportunities and the dreams and everything that we want to manifest. I mean, in 2 more months or so, our birthday will be here. So I want us to be stronger from this point on as we move forward in our birthday season in a few months, and as we move forward in our journey in life. Take